So, it's been 10 days since 32-time Grammy-winning superstar Beyoncé released her highly anticipated 8th studio album. It's called Cowboy Carter. I have said on my social media, I consider it a masterpiece. Rarely do I listen to an album from the beginning to the end, and it's not just because I'm a Texan. It is because it is beautiful. The country-inspired project, 27 tracks, features a who's who of collabs, music greats Dolly Parton, Miley Cyrus, the great Willie Nelson, and a pioneer that many people had never even heard of but should have, Linda Martell, and 6 other Black country artists. For one of the songs on the album, the cover of the Beatles classic Blackbird, Beyoncé brought together 4 of country music's up-and-coming Black female artists. And now those collaborators are making big headlines of their own. Rolling Stone, Billboard, The Hollywood Reporter, they are all talking about the enormous boost these artists are currently experiencing. One of those artists featured on Blackbird is our next guest, Tiera Kennedy. She's having a huge jump. Listen to this. On Spotify alone, a 110% jump of her music, according to The Hollywood Reporter. And she so deserves it. I could not stop watching her reaction when she first heard Blackbird with the rest of the world. Take a look.
Oh my God! That was me! Play it again, play it again, play it again. Oh my God!
Oh my God.
That is crazy! Oh my gosh, I'm on a Beyoncé song.
Please welcome, she's more than on TikTok, singer-songwriter Tiera Kennedy. Oh, I mean, this is amazing. 110% increase on Spotify. People looking for your music.
Oh my gosh, I know, it's crazy.
I read that you fell in love with country music in elementary school. You auditioned for a part as Ariel.
Yes.
In the production of The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
I didn't know Ariel sang country.
Hey, she does now.
But she does now. But can I just tell you, looking at this picture, I could just cry because it is every kid, right? Oh, you have the mic in hand and you're dreaming of what you could be, never knowing you will become it. And here you are.
Yeah.
How does it feel? I'm gonna cry, seriously.
I know, I'm already crying. I was like, every time I watch my reaction video, it makes me cry. I mean, my life has changed in a matter of a week, and I'm just so blessed to be in this position. I mean, I've been in Nashville for 8 years, doing this.
What made you move to Nashville? You're from Birmingham, Alabama.
I am. Yes, yes. I mean, when I started writing my own songs, that's really when I'd dove in.
Because that's kind of the Hollywood of country music. If you're really
Yes.
going to do the work and you really want to make it, you got to go to Nashville, they say.
Yes.
So you packed up and you went to Nashville. What'd your family think?
I had to do some convincing. So I went to school for a year at the University of North Alabama in Muscle Shoals. And that was really great because I felt like I, had time to figure out who I was as an artist. And then after a year, I was like, Mom, Dad, we have to move to Nashville. We have to go. And
so the whole family packed up?
The whole family.
You know?
Yeah.
You are on Blackbird, which was written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon. And Paul McCartney, they resurfaced this interview with Paul McCartney, and he talked about the roots of Blackbird. It was written during the civil rights movement, and in the UK they call girls birds, and it was black girls. And it was a love letter about racial segregation, and he said he wanted girls everywhere who were fighting to be seen, to be heard, to be respected as a human, to know that there were people around the world witnessing the civil rights struggle. And so here you are You grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. We know the significance of Birmingham. I was in Birmingham the day Barack Obama became the first black president, and I was right outside the church where the bombing happened. So, a little girl from Birmingham is singing Blackbird for the world to hear.
Oh, it's, gosh, I have such a hard time talking about it without crying. It's such a beautiful song to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I didn't learn the history of the song until after we recorded it, and it just made it so much more special.
I didn't know it either. And
Yeah.
that's what the power of music and storytelling has. I didn't know that the song was a love letter from
Yeah.
Paul McCartney and John Lennon to those experiencing the civil rights. I
Yep.
see you nodding your head. I didn't
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah.
So you brought a whole new attention to it, but also to country music.
Yeah.
There were a list of other people on the album and are now in the conversation about the impact of black artists like yourself.
Yes, which is such a credit to Beyoncé for, I mean, she has incredible artists like Linda Martell and Dolly Parton a part of this album, and for her to include 4 black up-and-coming female artists, I mean, she didn't have to do that, but she shined her light on us, and I'm super thankful for that.
Wow. And coming up, Tiera shares the inspiration behind her upcoming new song. She's got a new song. It's called I Ain't a Cowgirl. Plus, the one thing country great Shania Twain told her that she'll never forget. Words of wisdom. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Cam Fam. We are back with country music singer Tiera Kennedy, who's featured on Cowboy Carter. Her songs Blackbird and Tyrant are just being played all around the world. But you have your own music, and I love how you describe it as R&B country.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean for us?
So I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, kind of reluctantly, you know, like the music your parents play is never cool until you get older. Now I'm like, that was some cool stuff.
Who did your parents play in the home so I can know how uncool I am?
I mean, I think it's super cool now, so don't be mad at me. But like they were playing Ashanti and Boyz II Men, and I'm so into it now.
So your parents are my age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. I get it.
But I grew up listening to that, and I've always loved country, and so that's just in me. And so my music is a mix of the two.
I love it. So the new song is inspired. It drops on April 26th. It's called I Ain't a Cowgirl.
Yes.
But you got your hat on and your boots on. So tell me the inspiration of the song.
Yeah, so the gist of the song is I ain't a cowgirl, but I'm gonna be one today. And I wrote it when I was going through a really hard season, and it got me through that. And this song is just about sticking up for yourself and not taking no for an answer. And I hope that people find inspiration in it.
I know that in 2022 you performed at the American Country Music Honors for Shania Twain at Nashville's historic Ryman Auditorium. That is considered the church of country music. Shania championed for you. She's been mentoring you. What advice did she give you?
Oh my gosh. So I met Shania a few years back, and she has just been such a champion of mine. And I remember her giving me this piece of advice that I've always kept with me. She said there's always going to be people along the way that are going to try to change you, but you have to stay true to yourself.
I love it. I love it. When your new song drops, you're going to come back and perform for us, right?
Yes, I would love to.